Hey there, we're making another video today for the Gay Group Relationships channel. My name is Dustin, and this video today, I'm calling it just one because I actually started thinking about this idea because of physical characteristics, things that I find attractive in people, but I kind of mentioned it in one of my, I think it's the essay video, where sometimes there's contradicting characteristics that you might find attractive, maybe tall and short. Like you can't have one person that is tall and short. And so that was one of the benefits of a group relationship is you can have partners that are these different things, but still be in a relationship. So I had started kind of thinking this idea with these different physical characteristics, but then as I thought about it, my brain started going towards the idea of other characteristics that are important. And the idea here is if you have just one person in the group that has these characteristics, it is a very great benefit to many people. And it's hard to find. A lot of these characters are difficult to find in general, and so to have them in a single other partner is extremely rare and difficult to find. And like the way I feel like I don't feel worthy of someone that is super in so many ways, because I know my own perfections, and I'm the kind of person that um, you know wants to find balance in things, and so I would not feel comfortable being my what I feel is in my average self with all my imperfections with someone that I felt was so amazing. So I think with the group you can find these characteristics. I can't talk today. These different characteristics in different people, and working together, coming up with a really strong, cohesive team by finding these individual strengths in different people. So I wanted to talk about some of these different characteristics that if you just had one person that was really good at these things or had these abilities, that would really benefit the whole group. And I started off with thinking about planning. Someone that's a good planner, someone that's good at making sure that things stay organized, and so that things run well within the group. Someone that's good at motivating others, that's such a great skill. And if you have someone in the group that's good at that, then everyone can benefit. That's going to be the same thing with all of these. Have good at mediating. There's going to be conflicts in relationships, and so when you have someone that's a really good mediator, or someone that's good at finding the peace and helping other people find a place that everyone feels like they're being heard, and that there's some level of justice being acquired or whatever. So someone that's being good at mediating, that's such a great skill. Someone that's good at business. I like the idea of the group I'm with, having some of our own businesses that we work on together. And so to have one person that's really good at business, they could help. Maybe they might not be interested in certain projects that some of the other partners are, but just because they understand business, they can help them with ideas, even if they aren't. The business person isn't interested in that specific business. They can still be of great help. And I had someone that's good at cooking. That's great in a family when someone can cook really well. And even maybe more important than that is someone that's good at kind of like running a kitchen, and that knows how to kind of time things and get other people to help out, so that multiple people can be working together to work at make nice meals and that kind of thing. And this is, I guess, kind of the same thing. My next thing is someone that's very like a handyman or good at projects and building. Once again, it's great to have that skill, but it's if they're good at managing other people and helping other people work on the projects, then that's very valuable. And that might be kind of a teamwork between someone that's really good, that has all the skills for building or cooking, meeting up with a person that's good at planning and helping to find a way so that their skills are useful in the group. Because with my background in gymnastics, sometimes very good gymnasts are not very good coaches, and you might have excellent coaches who have really no personal experience or abilities in the gymnastics themselves. And so, by having multiple people working together in the family group, I think that is something that these different skills come together, and what's the word, synergy, that they are able to just really make everything work smoother. Well, a next thing I had is gardening, and I like to garden a bit. I'm not amazing, so if there was someone that has a really strong background in that and really good abilities, I know I could be someone that could be helpful. But maybe I also, if I had help, I could become an expert in the gardening and be the one to kind of take control of that or charge of that. Someone that's good at finances, just having one person that is really good with that is great. I have medical stuff. You might have a doctor or someone that's a physiotherapist or something. That can be such a useful skill that everyone in the group can benefit from. And then I have someone that just kind of has a calming personality. I guess that might go along with the someone that's good at mediating or peacekeeping. But some people just have that personality and that ability to help others feel comfortable, to feel relaxed. And if you have one person in the group that's really good at that, it just that kind of energy can be useful to everyone in the group and really help things to work out. And so it's going to be so difficult to find someone that's good at so many of these different things, and it's almost impossible for people to be like specialized in those different areas. And it can go off to countless many other characteristics. So these are just a few of the examples and thoughts I had in this direction. I also kind of wanted to look at the other end of things, is if you have just one person who is really good at manipulating, who's good at conniving and backstabbing and stuff like this, a sociopath kind of personality, just one person like that can really, destroy a whole group. But so these people do exist in society, and you hear about people that find out after dating someone for a while that they really just were their partner was a really terrible person. And I think I've mentioned this before in other videos as well, but when you have a group relationship, it's going to be much harder for someone that has these sociopathic tendencies to hide them from so many people, trying to manipulate multiple people without and getting away with it without when they're doing that to just one person, they're able to hide a lot of stuff, and that would be much more complicated. And so with the group, the different people working together would be able to help make sure that someone in the group or doesn't come into the group with those tendencies. So that's the thought for today and in this video. I hope it's something to think about and something that might kind of trigger some ideas for you towards the idea of a group relationship and how a group relationship can be great. And what are some other characteristics you think might be important for just one person to have that could really benefit a group relationship? What are some things that you find you have that are a good characteristics and a good ability and quality? Feel free to share that in the comments. That always is helpful to get that input and that insight into other people. And like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a great day.